How are y'all? So it is Thursday, I had to think, March 10th at 6 p.m. So if you're watching live, then say hi. And remember that I can't see you. I don't know if you're there unless you leave a comment and let me know. So I hope that someone's watching and will say hi soon. In the meantime, let's do a weather update. So I don't know if where you are, if you talk about the weather as much as we do here, but it's always changing. So it's just something fun to talk about. So today, March 10th, it's been almost 70 degrees, sunny. It's been my perfect kind of day. Like, I love this kind of weather. It's amazing. Tomorrow, I think the high is 38, and that's at, I think it's like 5 or 6 in the morning. And then we have a 50% chance of snow and ice, and it's going to drop down to low 30s for the rest of the day. So I'm not really looking forward to that. We're getting haircuts tomorrow, and I don't want to get iced in. So I hope wherever you are, the weather is the way you like it. I hope it's just a beautiful day. And I hope that if you're in my neck of the woods, that you were able to get out and enjoy the gorgeous day that we had today. So thankfully, we have more nice weather coming. Tomorrow is just another weird day, and it'll be gone, and we'll be good again. So if you are watching live, then say hi, like I mentioned before. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and hit hashtag replay for me and let me know that you've seen it. So I don't have anything new this week, just the reminder that the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is 20% off for the rest of this month. And several of the bundles that you can use with that machine are also 20% off for the rest of the month. So that is a really great deal. And then, of course, we've got a couple of sweets and special things happening. Hey, how are you? So today we're going to make a card. Surprise. And let me flip my camera around. There we go. I've got kind of a messy desk and pieces everywhere. So this is the card that I had planned on making, but I was showing it to Jesse last night and he said, well, that's not enough green for a St. Patrick's Day card. So I revamped it a little bit and we're going to add a little bit more green. I had a lot of fun with this card, pulling in things from different stamp sets and dies and just all kinds of different stuff because I don't have a stamp set. I didn't order anything that was specifically for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm using the Sweet Conversations stamp set. I'm using Sweethearts dies. I'm using Tasteful Labels dies, and I'm using Brilliant Rainbow dies. I really didn't realize how much I had pulled out for this. And then I'm using A Wish for Everything, which is amazing. This stamp set is so big that you have to have 2 cases to put it all in because there's just so many words. So you've got a lot of sentiments to go inside your card here or on the front. And then you have Happy, Thanksgiving, New Year's, St. Patrick's, Father's Day, Halloween, birthday, anniversary, Valentine's. You've got it all. And it said you can also say wishing you a, have a, you've got to and from. And look, I didn't even notice that. I'm going to have to add that to the inside. It says, may the luck of the Irish go double for you. So that is fun. Okay, so let's get all these pieces out. The first thing that I'm going to do is, so this card is, I'm making it for my customers. So if you are not a customer yet and you would like one of these cards, I did make, I think I'm going to have 1 or 2 extra, at least 1, but I think maybe 2 extras. So if you are the first person or the first 2 people that order from me this month, then, or not this month, but starting now, then you'll get one of these cards as well. I love sending things in the mail to my people. All right, so I went ahead and marked on here, because like I said, I've made a couple of these so far, where this is going to go. So I'm going to just ink this stamp with the Versamark. And I've already laid them out and have them just exactly right. So these are from that A Wish for Everything set. And the Versamark, it stamps clear, and you can actually stamp with it and leave it clear. Or it's perfect for using with our embossing powder, because that embossing powder just sticks right to it, and then you can heat it and melt it. I'm going to use white. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so this piece is basic black, and I cut it out with this die from Tasteful Labels dies. So this one right here, I think it makes a great pot. Just getting those extra little flakes off. And bear with me while I heat this up. Starting to heat up my thumb a little too. There we go. There's so many pieces to this. I have gone ahead and cut out several ahead of time and gotten things prepped like I did with this piece here. I just embossed the back of that. It's okay. It gives it texture. Okay, so then I have a piece of Balmy Blue, and I'm gonna use my silicone craft sheet so I don't get glue all over my desk. This is Highland Heather. It's the first piece of our little rainbow. So the rainbow can be, it's made to be spaced apart like this. So you can see everything lines up perfectly, and each piece will be exactly the same distance apart. I don't want mine to be that far apart, so I'm gonna leave some of the edges hanging off the cardstock, which is why I grabbed my mat. And so I just want them spaced a little bit apart. So that's polished pink. This is Pear Pizzazz. I love this green. We have so many greens. So whatever you like, we should have a green for that for you on St. Patrick's Day. There we go. I do recommend using the liquid glue when you're putting these pieces on, because it gives you just a few seconds to get them positioned exactly like you want them. And there is that one. Okay, so for the gold that is going to be in the pot, I heat embossed this with gold embossing powder, and it's this stamp right here from Sweet Conversations. So I use that stamp on basic white. And now I'm going to grab my paper snips and cut it apart. And I think every one of these I have cut a little bit different. So it really doesn't matter how you cut it as long as it's somewhat halved. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of liquid glue just on the front and the bottom of these. I'm going to start with a smaller piece. Put it on first so that it's just sticking right above that. And then there's the next piece. So there's our gold sticking up out of our pot. Then I'm going to flip this over and use my paper snips again to cut off all those extra bits. I was just giving that liquid glue just a second to dry, so that I wasn't cutting wet glue with my scissors. All right, so the next thing that I did, I used my Versamark pad and I grabbed a scrap of the Pear Pizzazz and I just rubbed, I rubbed the ink pad all over the Pear Pizzazz, and then I sprinkled it with clear embossing powder, which is part of the basics set, and heat embossed it. And then I used these little hearts from the Sweethearts dies. Sweethearts? Yep, Sweethearts dies. So I used these and cut out hearts. And you can see I've got several left over here to add that extra bit of green that Jessie said I was missing, which was pretty smart. Him saying I was missing that, because really, how can you do St. Patrick's Day without having a clover? And then for the stem, so what I did was I took all of those hearts and I put them just on a glue dot. In fact, I did several at once so that I could just keep them all on this strip. And then I just put the ends on the glue dot, and then I added the stem here. And in fact, yep. And I also added a little bit of liquid glue, and it stayed tacky, so it'll tack down. Okay, so then I also added another piece of Pear Pizzazz as a mat. So let's go ahead and put that on our card. I like having stamp sets that I can use for multiple occasions and not just one and done. So I really love that I'm getting to use the Sweet Conversations for this. And of course that A Wish for Everything. You can use it all year long. And really so can the Sweet Conversations can be used for so many things. We look at it and we just think Valentine's Day, but there's really so many things you can do with that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my dimensionals. I'm going to add a teeny one. So these are mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and add one to the back of this flower, or not flower, heart, just to make sure it doesn't fall off. I think it's pretty stable, but just in case. So this is going to go at the base of our rainbow. Yep. Okay. So now I need a scrap of, I'm just going to do this. I just need a scrap of basic white. And those brilliant rainbows have clouds. So I'm going to use these dies and that scrap. This is so great if you have a lot of, I always keep tons of little basic white scraps to use for sentiments and things, but they're perfect. Look at that. They're perfect for these dies. So the first 3, I'm just going to glue right on here. And you can glue them wherever you want. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention while I'm thinking about it is this is the month that we order the new catalogs. So the 2022 to 2023, that sounds so crazy, annual catalog will be out in May. So this month I will be ordering those catalogs. So if you don't have a demonstrator already and would like one of those catalogs, then be sure to let me know so that I can add you to my list. If you're already a current customer, then don't worry. I've got you covered, and you'll be getting one in the mail within the next few weeks, probably the next 6 weeks. But you'll have it before it goes live for sure. Okay, so I'm using mini dimensionals to pop this last little cloud up. And so this is something I've been thinking about. And I'm still thinking about it. I love my butterfly embellishments. So what do you think about adding a butterfly right here? It might be too much, might be just right. Let's go with a little one. I think it needs 2. Okay, so I'm not going to do that to all of them. But if you get the one I made during the live, you'll know because it has butterflies on it. All right, so then for the inside of the card, like I have all these itty bitty rainbows pieces. So when you cut out these rainbow pieces, you'll cut out all 4 pieces in one color, but then you can make several different rainbows. They're not all going to look the same. The colors will be in different orders, but that's okay. So I'm going to take these and start with a little one. And I'm going to have them just hanging off the edge here. Make sure I have the right sizes. That's the same size as that one. Let's go with, I'm going to do a big green one, and then not as big pink one. Let's add some glue to that. So for the ones on the inside, I am lining them up with the bottom edge so they're nice and spaced out, just like they were meant to be. And then I didn't use any ink except for Versamark on the front of this card. So let me grab some ink. I think I'm just, actually, you know what? I have my Memento right next to me. I'll just use it. And I'm gonna stamp May the Luck. No, I changed my mind. I'm gonna use the Pear Pizzazz. I don't know how I missed this stamp before. I'm so excited that we have it. Okay, so I'll put the sticker on the back of that later. Right now I'm just going to ink it up. So the stickers that come to tell you what's on the other side of these cling stamps, you can use them, which I prefer to do. I love to use them, partly so I can make sure I'm stamping the right way up when I'm stamping words. But some people don't use them, and that's okay too. There we go. Make the luck of the Irish go double for you. I'm going to have to add that to the cards I've already done. Just trimming the extra off and adding this to the inside of the card. And ta-da, there we go. Perfect happy St. Patrick's Day card with so many things. I hope that you liked this one. Like I said, I'll be ordering those catalogs soon. So if you would like one, just let me know. You can leave a comment on this video or shoot me an email or a message, whatever you need to do. And I will have this video posted on YouTube tomorrow evening. And then my card from the catalog video will be on YouTube Tuesday morning. So I hope y'all stay safe out there and have a great